Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about sequences. What is a sequence? Let's get straight off with the definition. What is a sequence? A sequence is simply a list of numbers. The sequence can be finite or infinite. And also, the sequence may or may not follow a pattern. Usually when we think of sequences, we think of patterns or rules, but they don't have to. Not all sequences have patterns. So let's look at the following. Look at the following sequences. So our first sequence, 2, 4, 6, 8, ... So this one here follows a pattern, and we notice that it's infinite. It's infinite because of the ... When it says ... like this, there's a pattern, and that pattern will continue infinitely, and it's infinite. So that's why we put the 3 dots there. 10, 15, 20, 25. So this one follows a pattern as well. We notice it goes up by 5 every term, and it's infinite. Keeps going. This one also follows a pattern. It also goes up by 5. So this is a good example that they increase by the same amount, but that doesn't mean they're the same value. This is another infinite one that follows a pattern. So here we notice that there's no pattern and that it's finite. Right, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 terms, and it does not continue. And there's no pattern here. You go up by 1, up by 1, up by 7, up by 5. There's no pattern that's clearly repeating itself. So here's another one that's finite, and there's no pattern. 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 6. There's no pattern there. And this one here has a pattern, goes up by 4, but it's finite. So you can see you can have pattern infinite, pattern finite, no pattern finite. And so when we say the first number, we say first term. So I'm gonna add that in here. So say first term, second term, third term, etc. That's just the language. Just the language we use. And so, like I was saying, if the sequence has a pattern and is an infinite sequence, like this first one here, we write ... at the end of the sequence sample. So the sample of the sequence ... we write that at the end if it's infinite. Notice here, notice that all of these sequences are increasing sequences. The terms, or numbers, they always grow. Always grow. Like that. There you go. And so they're always increasing, whether they're finite or infinite, pattern, no pattern. In this case, the numbers are always growing, so we call that an increasing sequence. And so we have here sequence A increases by 2 every term. Right, so this is the differences that we did in the last chapter. Difference between 4 and 2 is 2. Difference between 6 and 4 is 2. They're always increasing by 2 here, so increasing by 2 every term. Sequence B increases by, but C as well. B and C increase by 5 every term. And we notice that D and E don't increase by the same number every term, like that. And we notice that F, even though it's finite, it increases by 4 every term. Excellent. Let's do some examples. Example 1. Extend the following patterns. A 4, 6, 8. B 12, 15. C. If you feel like you already can do this without me doing the examples, go ahead, pause the video and do it yourself first if you think you can do it, which I encourage. Okay, so these are the examples. We notice here that there's a difference of 2, difference of 2, so it increases by 2 each time. There's a pattern there. Next one we notice is increasing by 3. 15 minus 12 is 3. So we got plus 3, so 21, plus 3, 24, plus 3, 27. Here we notice there's a difference of 4. And so we're extending that pattern. Plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Here we have a difference of 6, plus 6 again. So we got 50, 56, and 62. 5 is the difference between the two. And so continuing that pattern, 20, 25, 30. So if this is easy for you, that's excellent. It's always nice if it's easy. And let's move on to practice, for you guys to practice now. There you go. Extend the following patterns. And so what do we have for A here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and do it yourself. Okay, welcome back. So here we got differences of 1. This one's pretty easy. So we got 4, 5, 6, like that. Here the difference is 2, and it continues for 2, so we got 16, 18, 20. Here we have a difference of 5, and it's always 5, so we have 47, 52, 57. Here we have a difference of 3. 58 minus 55 is 3. And we're always going up by 3, so we got 64, 67, and 70. Here we have a difference of 2. We have 87, 89, 91. Here we have a difference of 7. We got 64, 71, and 78. So go ahead and give yourself a check mark on that. Practice 2, we're going to go straight into another practice for you guys. Which sequences follow a pattern? And if there is a pattern, describe it. So we got A, B, C, D, E, like that. Okay, so we got 8, 10, 12, 14, dot, dot, dot. Here we got 30, 31, 38, 40, 41, 10, 16, 22, 28, 41, 42. Okay. So which sequences follow a pattern? Go ahead and pause it and try it on your own first. Okay, so we notice here that sequences A, C, and D follow a pattern. For A, increases by 2 every term. C increases by 6 every term, and D increases by 1 every term. It's always the same. There's a pattern there. There you go. Excellent. So now let's take a look at decreasing sequences. Let's say now, let's look at decreasing sequences. That is, sequences whose terms always become smaller. So straight into some examples here. Example 2, A, B, C, D, E. Coming up good? Yeah, it's fine. Good. So we got 30, 29, 28, 27, 15, 13, 11. Okay, so they're all decreasing. Notice how each term gets smaller and smaller than the previous one. And so first one, we got a pattern here. Pattern here. Pattern right here, we're going down by 1. So I'll write this here. So we have infinite minus 1 every term. Like that. Here we have a finite sequence that has minus 2 every term. This one is finite with no pattern. This next one is infinite. So is this one here. D goes down by 2 every term. And this one is minus 4 every term. Excellent. Okay, let's have you guys practice a little bit. this. Practice 3. Extend the following patterns. Hey. So you want to be writing these down in your notebook. Or you could also follow in your head if you just feel like it. It's up to you. But I recommend you guys take notes as I do the full course, for every course. Write your own handwriting, your own notes, etc., etc. So go ahead and practice that. Okay, so we have minus 3 here, minus 3 there, so we're extending that same minus 3. We have 42, 39, 36. The next one is going down by 5 every time, so we have 53, 48, 43. Down by 2, so we have 86, 84, and 82. Here we have down by 3, so we have 114, 111, 108. This next one's going down by 6 every time, so we have 48, 42, 36. Next one here is going down by 2, so we have 124, 122, and 120. Excellent. Check mark for you guys. Alright, practice 4. Here, I would like for you guys to create 6 decreasing sequences. Create 6 of them. 4 of them following a pattern, and 2 of them no pattern. 2 of them not following a pattern. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so just some examples. A, B, C, D. Just some examples of what it could look like. So we notice A to D is a pattern, and E to F, no pattern. If you're not sure about what you wrote down, you can have somebody else look at it, show it to a teacher, friend, parent, whatever, and see, you know, is it following a pattern for, 4 of them, and not for 2 of them. Excellent. A little check mark on that. Practice 5. You guys are going to be really good at sequences when you're done. If you're doing this as you go, it comes with practice, you guys do excellent in your course. So extend the following patterns, and let's mix it up a bit. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, so go ahead, pause the video, try it out for yourself. So what do we got? 67, 70, 73. Notice that it's increasing by 3 every time. Going down by 8 every time. So we got 44, 36, 28. We got down by 6. So 53, 47, 41. 48, 52. So we're increasing by 4 every time. So we got 60, 64, 68. 148, 154, 160, increasing by 6 every time. This one we got minus 2 every time, so 16, 14, 12. Excellent. Give yourself a check mark on that. Okay, word problems. Here you go, example 3. I'll do some examples first. Word problems. It's not hard. Just takes practice. So example A. Emily has driven 42 kilometers so far. She now drives 12 kilometers per day. How far has she driven after 3 more days? Question mark. So she started at 42 right off the bat. So we got 42. And then in one day, increased by 12. So we have 54. And that's one day. 2 days. So we got 66. And then 3 days, another plus 12, so we have 78. And so because it's a word problem, we give a word problem answer. So we say she has driven 78 kilometers after 3 more days. Excellent. And that's our answer. You don't have to box. Some people box their answers, which is nice. It's clean, straight to the answer. B. Tom has 24 bananas and eats 3 every day. How many does Tom have after 5 days? Question mark. So we start at 24 and we're losing 3 every day. So at 21, 18, 15, 12, 9. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So Tom has 9 bananas left after 5 days. Excellent. Okay, let's do some practice. Let's have you guys practice it. Practice 6. A. Pam has paid $320 for her new computer thus far. If she pays $60 a month, how much will she have paid after 6 months? Question mark. So go ahead, pause the video, try this out for yourself. Okay, so we started at 320 and we're going 6 months of increasing by 60. She's paying 60 every month, so we're increasing by 60 all the time. We got 440, 500, 560, 620, 680. Right, and we said 6 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly that. So she will have paid 680. Excellent. Practice B. So we have Deborah here, and she's a YouTuber who has 60 subscribers so far. Not bad, not bad. So if she gets 12 new subscribers per week, how many subscribers will she have after 5 weeks? Question mark. So go ahead and try that out for yourself. Okay, we're back. So we got 60 starting off, and we're going plus 12 every month, or wait, per week, plus 12 every week. So we got 72, 84, 96, 108, 120. Okay, so 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So she will have 120 subscribers after 5 weeks. Awesome. So that concludes our quick lesson on sequences, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, so just to make a little note here, earlier when I said a sequence is a list of numbers, it's actually a list of ordered numbers. The order matters. So for example, 255 is not the same sequence as 525. They have very similar terms, but the first sequence, 255, and the next one, 525, are different sequences. They're not the same. So I just wanted to clarify that.